Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline Fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make the decision what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about Extraordinary X-Men issue number 9. This continues the X-Men Apocalypse Wars, as this gets you all hyped up and gets you excited for the movie that's coming out very shortly this summer. This book is written by Jeff Lemire, and the artwork is done by Humberto Ramos. Humberto Ramos' artwork on X-Men is pretty interesting. The characters are all kind of misproportioned or whatnot, and it is interesting to see what he does with all these different types of characters, as for the most part I'm only used to really seeing him do Spider-Man. And when you get to see all the different types of worlds and whatnot, and the details that he puts in all his characters, I think it's good. I think it's good artwork, and I quite enjoy it in here. So now that we talked about the artwork, let's recap the story, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the actual book. Now, just to let you know, there is spoilers, so if you don't want to see the rest of the review, come read your copy first, then come back and see me. Alright, so basically what happened in the last issue is we wound up seeing the X-Men trying to recover these 600 mutant embryos, and they got shifted all the way into the future. And when they get to the future, they wind up seeing that it's a different type of world, and they come across this temple that's related to Apocalypse. And we wind up seeing the Horsemen come. Now, there's not 4 Horsemen, there's only 3 of them. And they're different. One horseman is Man-Thing, the other one is Deadpool, and the other one is a Venom. And looks like they're trying to get another Horseman in there. So after this scuffle between the Horsemen and Colossus and the young X-Men here, which is these guys here, the young X-Men wind up escaping. And basically what this issue is about, it's about these X-Men, getting the readers to know who these characters are. And I think Jeff Lemire tries a really good job, tries really hard at getting the reader to get to know these characters. He kind of shows them their personalities and whatnot, and it's interesting. The hard thing is, though, is their names. This guy, I think, is a Null. This guy is Glob. This is like No Girl, and there's a like Martha here, which is a floating brain. I don't know, but their names are a little bit hard to remember, but again, his execution on getting to know these characters are pretty cool. And so what happens is they get lost in this world called the Omega World. And this world consists of different, like, I guess, sections or planets or whatnot. And so you really get to see the adventure of these young X-Men. And in the last issue, you felt like only 5 minutes has passed. But in these guys, really 1 year has passed by the time the X-Men actually come and try to rescue them. And so you get to see them go on this adventure to try to find help, you know, to relocate the X-Men. And throughout this book, we find out what this Omega World is. It's the survival of the fittest, what species are alive. Of course, the mutants are no more in here. It's all about the like the Iron Men, the Mole Men, and there's Inhumans and another species in here. So really, that's what this book does. It's just a book of letting you know what this world is about, getting to know these young X-Men, and I thought it was pretty cool. It wasn't a bad book, and I'm glad they kind of touched on these characters a little bit, because I didn't know these characters at all, and it's just like, you feature an issue with them in it, why would I care about them? But it was good to see their characters get fleshed out a little bit more. Glob was the character that I liked the most, because he was talking how he had this thing for Jean Grey, and how, you know, him and Anole were talking to each other about this diary, about what do you think Jean Grey's thinking of? And he's like, oh, she's writing in her diary right now about you. And he's like, really? And he's like, hell no. So there was some comical moments in there. So this issue was a little bit better than I expected it, and I'm actually going to give this one 4 stars. I'm interested to see the larger plot here, or what's going to develop from this book, but at least it got you to know these young X-Men a little bit more. So I had a lot of fun with this one. So guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of Extraordinary X-Men issue number 9. Do you read it? Do you care about it? Do you care about the Apocalypse Wars? And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. Don't forget to check out the other Frontliners review on here. And fans, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and take care. We'll see you real soon. Bye.